All right, welcome back. Once again, Desert Hills High School. That's where we are tonight. And I got to tell you, ever since they built this stadium, fantastic view looking back over the city, clear up to Pine Valley Mountain, out around to the cliffs near Zion National Park. Got to be a beautiful sight, but the most important thing is what's happening down there on the turf here tonight.
Yeah, nothing better than Friday night lights. I guess for the second half, they'll probably turn the lights on, but two teams, one, Kalakeya, we don't know a ton about, Mike. We know they beat Pearl City, as you mentioned. Quarterback Jordan Himalaya threw for 170 yards, had 3 touchdowns, have a talented running back in Dwayne Johnson. And Kalani Pillitz is their top receiver. He had 131 yards in week 1. And by the way, Mike, that game was like 3 weeks ago. They played on August 4th.
Oh, is that right?
Have had this big of a layoff, so this is almost like a redo of game 1 after that big of a vacation for Kalakeya.
Now, that would be tough. Now, I was looking at their region. What is there, 4 schools all in their region?
I think so.
Because I think there's some other football. There's a lot of, I think it was, 8-man football. Then there's 11-man.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that go on in the islands, but they don't have a lot of guys to play, and I guess that's why they look over here to find a team. But I'm glad they're here. I'm curious to see it. We'll see how happy Desert Hills is they're here in about 2 hours from right now.
Absolutely.
When we find out. You say you had a chance to speak with Coach Sam, and he...
Yeah, pretty excited about his team. We were asking him more, trying to get a gauge of the school. It's a 4-year school. They have 1,400 kids about, so you take away a class. Desert Hills only has 3, but they're pretty equivalent as far as enrollment size. Classifications are different over there. They don't play with the big St. Louis High School over there, and Kihoko, who's produced a lot of star athletes. The kid at Alabama, Taga Laviola, who won a national championship last year. Mariota, who played at Oregon, now is in the NFL. Some of the big names from those big schools. It's not quite at that level, a tier down, but they've had success. I think they won 5 games last year. Coach Sam was talking about the challenge of getting his kids off the beach in the summer to come in and into the weight room and stuff like that. A lot of temptations when you're a kid in Hawaii to want to go surfing and stuff like that. But a really successful program over there.
Looks like the team, the hometown team, has won the coin flip. They've elected to defer to the second half, so it will be the Wave Riders who open up. We appreciate all of our sponsors, including Summit Athletic Club, our title sponsor. Once again this year, boy, they've recently expanded. They kind of own the roost around here, so you can, depending on where you live, doesn't really matter. There's a Summit not too far from where you live, so you want to get in shape, stay in shape. That's the place to go, Summit Athletic Club.
And I think, Mike, they're going to have some fun at halftime with some Frogger race, they call it, with 3 lucky fans here at Desert Hills, entertain us a little bit to win some cash over halftime, so that should be fun.
Wait a minute, isn't Frogger, you mean that old video game?
That's what I thought. They're going to have to dodge semis and stuff, but apparently they're doing something else with some exercise machines, so that should be entertaining.
Okay, that sounds a little better. All right, Mike, with you here again, A.T. Andy Thompson joining us here, and we are just moments away from the start. We appreciate all of our great sponsors once again here tonight. We kind of heard the coach's comments. We kind of breezed in through those, but we certainly appreciate our sponsors bringing that. We'll get into our lineups when we get the game going, because Hawaii is already out there. The Wave Riders. I always love it. There's the Seasiders and the Wave Riders and the whole what. It's got to do with the ocean over there, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to get a list of just every high school mascot name and see how many of them have to do with riding the wave.
I would hope quite a few. All right, Desert Hills, ready to go. We appreciate you joining us along our network tonight, whether it be on TV, on the radio, on the internet. Thanks again for joining us, and here we go as teeing it up now again, the Desert Hills Thunder. They'll be kicking off. They will kick off on the goal to our right. There is quite a wind, but it's kind of blowing crisscross across the field. We'll see if that comes into play here either way. All right, we are set to go, lining it up and getting a foot into it. It's a high end over and kick, and he stayed in bounds at the goal line up to the 10 to the 15, right up the middle of the field, busting his way out across the 25. to about the 27-yard line. Nice return there by Boo Jones. Now, see, I like that. I'll go with Boo Jones. That's a good Hawaiian name for me.
What are the odds that our first call, Mike, for the Hawaiian team, the last name of the kid is Jones? We lucked out there. Zane Fuchs with a huge collision on the tackle. Good job there, putting his head into Jones.
I think his first name is actually Kainoa, but he said he goes by Boo, and so I'm all about that, you know. All right, so the Wave Riders, or the, is that right, Wave Riders? Yeah, Wave Riders ready to go as they set up for their first offensive series. Taylor Frazier, the wideout, split wide to the near side. They open up out of the gun with a single setback. And a snap right on cue. Step up, they're going on top, and a little too tall. And as I said, setting up to the near side was Taylor Frazier. And that pass might have been hurried just a little. He actually had about half a step, and it was way over his head.
Yeah, I like the approach, getting out of the, it's been a while since these guys have played, almost 3 weeks, and going deep on the first play, just overshot a bit.
All right, double wide out to the near side, Frazier and Piltz. And they have double wide either side, so a spread formation for the Wave Riders. Again, out of the gun as they hand off on a sweep, and it goes nowhere. In fact, they're going to lose almost 8 yards, 7 back to the 21.
And Mason Krieger sneaks through the interior line there and gets the tackle on the jet sweep. He was in the backfield all game as well last game against Salem Hills. Great play by number 52.
If he'd have been there 1 second earlier, he could have taken the handoff.
Yeah,
he was that deep there. All right, again, go with the double wide. They go with the motion. They play action to the near side. Try to go back on a little bit of a crisscross pattern inside. And on the carry was Dwayne Joseph Johnson. Boy, I tell you, these names in here. I'm going by Joseph Johnson. Anyway, he got, what, a yard?
Yeah, choose your adventure on some of these names, Mike. But great job by Krieger once again. And they're leaving him unblocked the last couple plays as kind of the guy they're optioning off, and he's made him pay by not putting the body in front of him.
Now the kicker, I think, in there is Fakatua Mafi, and if that's correct, that's the name the kid played at Dixie State years ago.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if there's Gene was his name. This is Polalai. He steps in. And long count. High snap, but they bring it down. It's a fake. He wants to throw it. Torx left. Now he comes back to the right. And a pass over the middle is incomplete, and a flag goes down anyway. Wow. That's a surprise, and it's going to end up really hurting the Wave Riders.
And an odd time for a fake punt, Mike. They're way back in their own territory. They snap it all the way back to the punter to make the throw. It looks like there's going to be an illegal man downfield as well on the throw, which will be declined, and the Thunder will take the ball. But, I was not expecting a fake punt in that position of the game.
Yeah, I mean, the snap was a little bit high. I thought, okay, he's got to bring it down, but immediately he was looking for somebody to throw to. So the good news for the home team is they take over deep in Hawaii territory, in fact, at the 23-yard line. So hopefully they can turn that miscue into some points here early. 10:20 to go, quarter number 1. And once again, they go out of the gun. Just a straight handoff starting up. Coming to the near side on the carry is Saul Andrus.
Andrus had his breakout game last week, going for over 200 yards. Busted one for 73 in front of his home faithful. Logan Wilstead happy, I'm sure, to have the ball near the red zone right away.
Yeah, working now to the right side is Bo Barbin, the wide out. I always tell him it's the lucky, unlucky 13 or whatever it is. Starting to the right side, trying to cut back inside once again is Saul, but he really didn't get much, down to the 20. So that brings up third now and about 7 yards to go, maybe 6.
And they'll bring in Kina Taufa as their power back in third downs. He converted several last week and against Highland for first downs.
So Wilstead out of the gun, drops back. He wants to go to the air. He looks to the right, got a man on the middle. It is complete inside the 10-yard line. What a nice grab there by Tate Denos. And he really set up nice. He gave such a big target. Nice catch, and it's first and goal.
Yeah, squared his shoulders. Good delivery there by Logan Wilstead.
So they're going right at them. again, they go with the look. It was going to be a pass. They hand it off underneath, driving forward for about 3 yards down to the 2-yard lines. Again, that is, I believe that's Taufa, isn't it?
Yeah, layout to Sewell. His offensive lineman bear hugs him as he's going down, tries to drag him. I think he probably got him an extra couple yards there.
Logan Wilstead out of the gun, repositions wideouts from right to left. Now he looks back. Maybe a change of play. Let's see. Well, he switches his back from behind him on right to behind him on the left. And they hand it off up the middle. Hit hard, but getting in anyway. Touchdown, Taufa.
Huge collision there. Trey Lalamanga on defense comes in, puts a big hit on Taufa. He just bounces right off it, Mike, goes left, and gets into the end zone for pay dirt.
Wow. Well, the Surf Riders took a shot here, or the Wave Riders, and it didn't work for him. And to the credit of Desert Hills, they jumped right on top of that. You notice not a huddle. They just went at him quickly. Plays were already called. The snap is back. The kick is up, and it is good. And we quickly have a 7-0 ball game. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back. 7-0 Desert Hills. 8:50 to go in the first quarter. Back in one.
Welcome to Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
TV, but we have no signal.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
And a kick once again by Callister right to the goal line. In fact, I almost thought 1 foot was in the end zone, but apparently not. But they bring it out just a straight ahead run. They'll get it to about the 22-yard line. So deja vu all over again. Here we go, just above the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hawaii.
Yeah, not a lot of success on their first try. Tried throwing it deep, got tackled in the backfield a couple times. Then that awkward try at faking a punt. We'll see what they have in store for series number 2.
I'll see what they do. Once again, Polly wide out, split to the near side. Well, they go too wide to either side. And once again, Piltz, the senior, they go with a fly sweep. They tried wide, tried to cut it back in. Ooh, there nicely again. Bronson Andrews says, he ain't coming up my side.
Yeah, they're trying to get the edge, and they actually got around Cage Baird that time, but Andrus just filling in on that left side. Great pursuit by number 5 for the tackle.
So Polly again signals, drops back. They go with the sweep this time. Looked like it might work. He got one good block, but boy, good job again by the defense of Desert Hills. They were not shocked. They just stayed with it. And again, now it's 3rd and about 13 yards to go.
Yeah, they've been stuffing the run. Hawaii keeps trying to get to the edge left, right. They like running that jet sweep, but the blockers aren't being able to get out to the second level and put a hat on these linebackers.
All right, big down, 3rd and long once again for the Wave Riders. Out of the gun. Trips to the near side, back in trouble, gets away from 1 man, 2 men, still on his feet, turns the corner, actually makes something, but he was well shy, needed about 13, got about 2 or 3.
Great effort by the quarterback as he was pretty much sacked dead to rights, but spun off a tackle, number 24, Desert Hills, and they continued on, broke a couple more, but still just back to about their original line of scrimmage.
Polly is the QB. I think I called him Piltz last time. Piltz is a wideout. Polly. Well, let's see. I do not believe they're going to fake the punt this time. I'm just saying.
I think that's a safe bet.
All right. It is 4th and 10 yards to go. So they lost a couple, and the ball bounces. The kick is low, hits the ground, and going to go up and then out of bounds. And again, for the second straight time, good field position for Desert Hills. Not quite as good, but it looks like you're going to be out at about their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, another kind of adventure on the kick as the ball bounces back. Not the best kick, but at least gets them out of their own territory as Desert Hills comes back. If you look at the sideline of this Hawaii team, they probably have 15 kids on the bench, so the discrepancy in roster size is apparent here between these two teams.
I think they have a lot of kids. Maybe every kid in the high school's name's on the roster at one point, but you're right. Those that are lucky enough to travel over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that many. So testing the defense once again. Here comes Desert Hills. Logan Wilstead in back. Flips a pass complete for 11, 12 yards. And a nice catch, Jace Mortensen, right over the middle for a first down.
And Logan's looked great. He probably had a lot of film, a lot of critiquing after 2 weeks of struggling a little bit, but so far 2 for 2, right on the money.
Yeah, and right back at it once again. No huddle. Here they go. Again, a look, a handoff. Starting up this time, caught at the line of scrimmage, and down goes, is that 29? Yeah, Saul. Is that right, Andrews?
Yeah, Saul Andrus with the carry. His third or fourth of the game. Hasn't necessarily gotten going yet. Credit Iniguez on the tackle, getting behind, hitting him on the hip and taking him down by the legs. Great play.
Get the feeling that Andrus was like one step away from a good sweep, but they caught him. It is second down, about 11 yards to go now as they switch a few players. Now we have a flag coming in, and let's see who I think a lineman must have moved. There was some switching in the backfield. In fact, I think that was Curtis Sweeten who jumped from, or no, excuse me, that's Andrus again, from the left to behind the QB, but one of the linemen moved. That'll cost him 5. 7-0. Desert Hills with the lead. We're in the first quarter, 6:45 remaining in quarter number 1 on the one-loss scoreboard. Again, from the gun. Back, the handoff. Starts up the middle again. Gets caught and driven down right at the line of scrimmage. Well, this is a better defensive stand for the Wave Riders.
Yeah, it's been a challenge to get the run game going. It worked so well last week. The Wave Riders are penetrating, getting into the backfield. Great job by James Ching that time.
Trips to the near side for Wilstead. Single wide out to the right. Logan on the count. Drops back. It's decent protection. Now he lets it go. Got a man down there deep, just over the outstretched arms of Bo Barbin. Actually, that was not a bad pass. Barbin, I think, turned the wrong way the first time and then couldn't recover.
Yeah, I agree. He was kind of looking more right than the ball sailed over left. But that's the thing about Logan Wilstead. You see him deliver these the deep ball, especially, Mike. And the delivery is beautiful. He puts it in a good position, but that time just a little bit too long.
So that brings up 4th and long, and it'll be a punting situation. First one of the game for the Desert Hills Thunder. And deep, and they go. Look like a fake. Now a low driving kick. Well, that was interesting. It is touched, and I believe the Wave Riders got back on it. They did indeed, but that was a near huge mistake. I think that was Pauly. Touched it, missed it, but then jumped right back on it.
Yeah, another bizarre special teams play by the Wave Runners. Ball just bouncing to Desert Hills, and kind of mid-bounce, he reaches out and tries to grab it, and luckily for him, bounces on as he's getting talked to a little bit by his coach on the sideline.
Let's discuss that for just a little bit here, buddy. So once again, deep in their own side at the 20-yard line, Wave Runners will start things off. And again, out of the gun, double wide to trips to the near side, single wide to the left, drop back, feels the pressure, flips it out. It is incomplete. That pass was intended for McKenna Wagner. Wagner, a senior wideout, just a little too tall.
And Desert Hills continues to send pressure on first down, probably expecting on the other side to pass, and they have a run blitz that turns into putting pressure on the quarterback, rolls him out left and forces him into a bad throw.
Jordan Himalaya, is that the QB's name? That's
Yeah.
as close as
Yeah, I
I
think
can
so.
come. They've used actually a couple of different guys, but Himalaya's in there. Out of the shotgun. Again, he's got trips to the near side, and he looks that way. They pass to the underneath receiver. It is caught by Piltz, but well shy of the first down. That's going to set up a 3rd and about 3 yards to go for the Wave Riders.
And that was their their bread and butter in offense in week 1 was that Himalaya Piltz. He had 130 yards in game on a couple scores, so that's their go-to guy right there, number 2.
Coming back to the exact same situation, trips to the near side. That's the short side, so those 3 wideouts are shoulder to shoulder on the near wing. And we have a flag, or we have a whistle anyway. And a stop play. And I guess it's a timeout. Is that right? It is. Hawaii makes a quick call on a timeout. We'll take it. A 1-minute break coming up. 5:35 to go, quarter 1, 7-0 Desert Hills on the 1-loss scoreboard, back in 1. And we welcome you back to Desert Hills High School. 3rd and about 3 for the Wave Riders. And flags fly all over the place. Looks like a procedure call against Hawaii. They were a little antsy trying to get that one going. Somebody moved dirty. That'll cost them 5. 5:35 to go here in the first quarter. That'll move the ball back to the 22. That'll set up 3rd now, 8 yards to go. Not a lot of success offensively for the Wave Riders. Their first defensive series was really bad. Second one, pretty darn good. Again, low snap, pass is caught, complete, got the first down. Needed the 30-yard line, got about the 32, 33-yard line. Well, that's an excellent job there by Taylor Frazier. He had to come back, go high, and still hung on.
Impressive catch, and once again, Himalaya is pressure, gets the ball away. It was wobbly as it was released when he was getting hit. The ball bounced around, but Frazier pulls it down for the biggest offensive play of the game for Hawaii.
Is that their first down?
I think so.
Yeah. And again, they spread the field. Himalaya in the backfield, one running back with him, double wide either side. They're going to go to the air again. Looks left. Now he comes back near side. Pass caught but out of bounds. Running down the near side was Taylor Frazier. And the length was good. The direction not so good. Out of bounds.
Yeah, reached out, made an athletic catch. He's going one-on-one against Cordell over there. He's got a pretty big size advantage on that right side. But just a little bit too far out of bounds on the throw.
Himalaya did a pretty good job. He really looked it off. He looked left.
Yeah.
And you knew he was going to go to the right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a little out of bounds. Wide to the near side now is Taylor Frazier. They go trips to the left this time. Himalaya out of the gun. Back under some pressure. Lets it fly. Too tall once again. Looking at, I believe, Boo Jones down that far sideline.
And that time, he's pressured pretty much on every throw with how good the edge rush is for Desert Hills. But at that time, Mike, I think he threw it just a little bit too soon to not allow his receiver to get deep enough for that one.
He's probably a little tired of having the guys with black shirts all around him every time he gets a hold of the ball. So I agree. I think he maybe rushed it a bit. Let's see what they do. It's a third down now, back to 10 yards, 3rd and 10. Now an empty backfield, double wide to the left, trips to the near side. He'll have to get rid of this one in a hurry. The pressure's been big. Here it comes. He starts left back and nowhere to go.
Just a jailbreak blitz from Desert Hills. Sent both linebackers up the middle, Bronson Andrus and Polu, sending 7 guys. And Himalaya had no chance to get rid of that one. Just ducks down, takes the sack.
I tell you, that was interesting because when they lined up, you had that feeling, wow, they've got to play this one perfect. And I think the defense says, we got this one, and they did. The loss was, 13, 14 yards. So it's 4th and about 2 city blocks. They'll have to punt the ball again as Desert Hills, single receiver standing back at around the 40-yard line. So there's been a fake punt and a terrible punt. Let's see what happens here. Snap is there, kick. Now it's up in the air. It's straight down the middle at the 45 to the 50 to the near wing 45. Inside to the 40 down to about, they're going to give him the 40-yard line. And that is going to be about it. Pretty good job there that time by Gage Baird.
Yeah, Gage Baird, who made a bunch of big plays for this team last year. One of their few returning playmakers on offense and special teams. Pretty good return.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Desert Hills on the Hawaii 40-yard line. We have 3:54 to go, quarter one. 7-0. We've seen a lot of movement back and forth, but not a lot of scoring, actually.
As Logan Wilstead has played a pretty solid game so far throwing the ball.
So Wilstead now with 2 backs, double wide to the right. And we have a little interference. They stopped. It must be a clock problem or something. There we go. They had to fix the clock. Oh, that's what. Okay, now I got to figure it out. The guy came out. He said, "I need to get in there," and the door's locked. So I let him in. He was the one with the message. Change that clock. All right, handoff straight ahead. Good for about 7, maybe 8 yards. Going right up the middle once again, Saul Andrus.
Tough runner. I mean, Taufa's kind of the power guy, but Saul, he gets ahead of steam going, lowers his shoulder, and barrels in for a big gain on 1st down.
Gage Baird wide to the near side, double wide right. Again with 2 backs. And a lot of jumping along the line, and there's a flag. I didn't see anybody from Desert Hills move. There may have been encroachment. We're going to see what the call is. And that's what we've got. Defense cross that line. That'll cost them 5, and that will be a 1st down.
Yeah, an easy 1st down there for Desert Hills. Just a hard count. Good discipline by that offensive line. That's just about everybody on Kalakeya jumped and then tried to get back.
The Kealakehe Wave Riders in town taking on the Thunder. And following to the right side, sweeping outside. Great run this time by Taufa. And Taufa well into the red zone down inside the 10-yard line.
Showing off the speed on that off-tackle right. Spent most of last year blocking for Noah Sewell. Now he's out in the sunshine getting the big carries and taking them down inside the 10-yard line.
1st down, 10 yards to go. And this time a swing pass. I think that was miscommunication. And then I looked back at Logan Wilstead, and he's shielding his eyes like, well, where were you anyway? I don't think he saw his receiver. Anyway, it was incomplete.
Yeah, that issue, they had that problem in Highland too, those quick little bubble screens. But this time, you're right, Logan looking back into the sun and just kind of airmails it to Taufa.
I think this time he goes, all right, go right this time. I'm going to look out there. We'll see what happens. Double wide to the left, single wide right. Logan Wilstead out of the gun. No, he looks the same direction. This time it's over the middle. Caught, touchdown.
Beautiful delivery once again on that little post. This time to Gage Baird. Throws it up high, lets his athlete jump up and catch it just inside the goal line for the touchdown.
Wide out slant. That was beautiful. He was out deep. He kind of took one step and then just on a slant, he actually caught the ball perfectly timed pass. Went up in the air, caught it in the end zone. And here comes the attempted point after. First one was good. Let's see what they come up with this time. Logan Callister. Good foot, good strong kicker. Gets it well right between the goal posts and it's a 2-touchdown lead. We'll take a 30-second break is all here. We have 3:09 to go on the one-loss scoreboard up there. 14-0 Desert Hills. We're back in 30.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit.
And welcome back to Desert Hills High School. Thanks for joining us along the radio, the internet, local TV. We've got you covered. Mike and Andy with you here tonight. Winds have backed off a little bit, but as the wind slows down, I think the Thunder's picking up. What do you think, Andy?
Absolutely, and Wilstez having his, by far, already his best game of the year, delivers a strike to Gage Baird for the passing touchdown.
Kick is away and over, and this time taking it about the 7-yard line. Looking for a crease up the middle, getting a little bit is Piltz, but good to get to, well, he got past the 20 this time, out to the 26-yard line.
Another big-time hit, this time by Jaron Polu, and there's been 3 kickoffs by Desert Hills and 3 huge collisions right around the 20-yard line.
All right, collisions is a good word to use because these are, what do they call them, decleaters?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Once again, Wave Riders on their third offensive series. So far, no score, and they spread the field again, but they do go trips to the near side for Himalaya. Himalaya instead fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and that's going to cost him.
And that's the first time on that zone read he's kept it, and it was Cage Baird just waiting for him. He boxed on the play, and he's just waiting for him to come. And number 7, they left him unblocked a lot. He's made him pay each time.
Yep. Loss was 5, so that brings them second down, about 15 yards to go. And so far, you say a lot of times games are won in the trenches. Well, the Desert Hills Thunder are winning both ends of the trench battle right now. 2nd and 15. Himalaya. Low snap, but he gets it. Rolls left. Swings a pass incomplete. He was looking for the simple out pattern to Makana Wagner. Could not get it to him. Wagner, a senior. Boy, only 5'6", 135. I thought everybody in Hawaii was bigger than that.
Yeah, well below the average, especially you look at the right side of that line.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I looked him up there, 350 pounds for big number 74 out there. 2 minutes exactly, time remaining in the first quarter, 14-0 on the one-loss scoreboard. And Hawaii facing a 3rd and 15. Wave Riders. Back. Himalaya steps up, looking for somewhere to run, trying to get to the outside. He's not going to get there. What he's going to get is wrapped up and dropped for a lot more yards.
Yeah, torn down once again by Desert Hills. Matt Nissen in the backfield as well as Cage Baird. Once again, he's lived back there. He just sent everybody deep, and he just has no time to allow these routes to develop against this Desert Hills rush.
I think what we're really seeing, I'm impressed right now, is with not only the tenacity, but the speed, the defense. They keep up with the wideouts. They keep up with the quarterback. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they can send 7 and cover with 4, and they're fine. They cover everybody. Very impressive first quarter defensively for the Thunder.
So the 14-0 lead, Thunder should get the ball back in good position and, in fact, could get it on their own side of the field, depending on this punt, which has been a thrill each time. They go after it. He does just get it away, but it goes out of bounds across the way. And again, for the 3rd consecutive time, excellent field position. They're going to mark it. Let's see. Wow. Way down field. He was up at the 40-yard line. He marches down to the 28, and that's where they're going to get this football, 28-yard line.
Goodness, Matt Nissen that time inches away from blocking it close to the goal line. But, wow, another special teams difficulties all night long so far for a while.
I think the total yardage on that kick was about 12 yards.
Yeah.
They really
you're
came
right.
back and marked it. So once again, Thunder with an opportunity to score for the third time in the first quarter. They have 39 seconds to do that. And again, out of the gun, Logan Wilstead back. He wants to go to the air. It is a wide out screen, but doesn't gain much. As the man who was the widest there, that's Gage Baird, came back, got it. But that time I thought the Wave Riders did a pretty good job of breaking down that bubble out there.
Yeah, good job by Luala Maga, who's probably the most active defensive player tonight for Hawaii from the linebacker position, coming over and clearing out Baird.
Time for one more play, I believe, here in the first quarter. And Logan Wilstead says, okay, we got two. Let's get some more. This time to swing a pass, and it is dropped. Wow. And I think that's the case of I got it. Where should I run? Oh, wait a minute. I got to catch the ball first.
Yeah, just a little hitch. They hit him right in the numbers. He heard the footsteps coming from about 5 yards away, wanted to deke him out, but forgot to secure the ball.
Well, the incompleted pass does stop the clock, and now they restart it. So time, I think what happened is they restarted the clock, and they shouldn't have done. Right? Because there was an incomplete pass with 11 seconds to go. And I don't know what they're discussing. The clock now shows 4 seconds to go. Yeah, but we can hear the discussion going on next to us over here. Well, now they have 11 minutes. Way to go. No, they've got it set now. So, the Thunder, now with 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter with a lead of 14-0. Will have at least one more play coming up here to try to get something more. It is 3rd and about 7. Handoff straight ahead, looking for room. Won't get the first down, and the Thunder will run out time here in the quarter, getting it down to the 21-yard line, and that will set up a 4th down and about 4 yards to go. We'll wait. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with the second quarter at the end of one on the one-loss scoreboard. 14-0 Thunder, back in 30.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard?
What a great night for football. And, boy, I looked down at the flag, and it's almost hanging limp. Earlier there was about a 25-mile-an-hour wind. Now it's beautiful. The shadows reach nearly across the field. Let's play some football. Oh, they did. We're at the second quarter. 14-0. Desert Hills, 4th and long. They're going to go for it. And we'll see what happens now. Flags go down. This time it was a procedure call. Is that the first penalty against Desert Hills?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, they had the quarter to kind of think about it. 4th down, they decided to go for it, kind of a no man's land. They have a good kicker, but deciding, it looks like, to elect to keep the offense back out.
They're going to go. They go trips to the near side once again. Logan Wilstead, the QB, out of the gun. And this is the first play of quarter number 2. 4th and now about 9 yards. Wilstead back, has time. Looks it over the middle. Incomplete. And close. But no, said the official. Out there with the intended reception, Jace Mortensen. He looked at the official like, is that a little early? He said no.
Yeah, guns it over the middle. I thought the contact was right on him as the ball arrived, just a little bit high. We see the arm strength of Logan as he just rears back and delivers a fastball just a little bit too high on 4th down.
So the line of scrimmage remains now the 27-yard line, but they turn it around, and it's the Wave Riders under quarterback Jordan Himalaya, the senior QB, as he goes trips to the near side. Himalaya, handoff, and he keeps it himself, tries to get away, and you know what? It hasn't worked yet. I might try something different.
Yeah, Bronson Andrus has been in his face pretty much all night. This time he skirts away from one, but then big number 5 grabs him, takes him down to the turf.
You know, to this point, if we were to pick a player of the game, there's about 4 defensive players that I would say right now could be considered. All right, 11:28 to go, clock running. We're in the second quarter. It's 14-0 Desert Hills. Himalaya on the handoff, but again, nothing doing as that defense in there very, very quick. And I believe that was number 3. I'm not sure. Anyway, there was 4 guys in there.
Which has pretty much been the case all night long for Hawaii. They can't throw it. Running the ball has been difficult. And once again, they're back way behind the original line of scrimmage.
I did see a number 24, but I don't have a number 24 listed, so we may have to see if we can figure that one out. Again, pressure on the QB. Steps up, fires it complete to the far sideline. Great jumping catch, good for 3 yards.
Yeah, Pauly that time comes down with the catch from Himalaya. Well short of the first down, but still positive.
4th and long. They can't be going for it, can they? They look like they are. I don't know. Are they throwing caution to the wind here, saying, yeah, let's see what happens?
It looks like it. They're playing kind of fast and loose on 4th downs in their own territory so far tonight.
Well, they are lined up as if they're going for it. Taking a lot of time. I'm almost wondering if they're going to run out of time. No, Himalaya on the snap, drops back, pressure. They go over top to the far side and dropped. Out of bounds. On the reception out there, Pauly going for it. And once again, you really get the feeling that the Wave Riders just said, hey, what the heck? Let's try anyway.
We came all this way. Let's just try to wing it here on 4th down. And it actually, Pauly had a pretty good chance at the ball. Kind of a back shoulder underthrown. Came back to it, got him in the body. Just couldn't snag it. He would have had the first down. Pretty good throw.
Yeah, the ball is on the 30-yard line. So, again, a short porch for the Thunder as in trots the quarterback, Logan Wilstead. Wilstead comes in. Trips to the near side. Caleb Rogers wide right. Bo in the middle there. And also a wide out to the left. Dropping back. Swing pass in the backfield. Caught and doing all he can do. And he won't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. That was kind of busted from the beginning that time as Kina Taufa really had nowhere to go, loss of 4 yards.
And got to credit Inges and Lalobanga, the 2 linebackers, have been busy tonight, and great job on that little swing pass, making it tough on Taufa to do anything with it.
Again, Wilstead looked deep as it trying to draw the attention, but that time the linebackers, you called it, were not fooled. They were in the backfield. So it is 2nd and long now for Desert Hills. Double wide either side. Wilstead out of the gun, straight back, good protection. Stands in. Now he's forced out, gets caught from behind. Dropped back at around the 45, 44-yard line. Great pressure that time.
And plenty, he was in the pocket, obviously ran out of it pretty quickly there by, once again, a linebacker coming from that left side. Probably should have thrown it away, Mike, and that'll be 3rd and mile.
I think that was Jesus Peralta, the defensive lineman, who got the tackle. So, again, it is 3rd and very long as, they had it at about the 30-yard line. They're going backwards, loss of about 15 yards. So we'll see what they can come up with this time. Double wide either side. They go with a quick burst up the middle. Good for 5, maybe 6 yards. Not even back to the original line of scrimmage. Kind of conservative call here right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they go to Anderson, I guess sort of a draw, and he's lifted up out of the air by Lalomanga, the linebacker. But they haven't really been able to get the run game going very well at all, as it looks like they're going to bring in the punt team.
Yeah, it is 4th down now, and they have 16 or almost 20 yards actually to go. So they are going to give the ball a ride here. Trotting in is Logan Callister. Callister will be actually kicking from right around midfield, although I see nobody back deep for, there they come in. Finally, they rush some players in at the last moment. And there's the snap. Pooch kick, and it hits, and there to had a chance. I'll tell you what, down there was that was Danos, and he was waiting. It's like, oh, perfect. He's going to be able to down it. That took a squirrely bounce and went around him into the end zone.
It did. He almost was in position down there to almost catch it on a fly, but it does take a weird bounce. Did a great effort to dive into the end zone and try to tap it out, but it had already crossed the plan for a touchback.
So the touchback brings the ball out right now to the 20-yard line, and the Wave Riders of Kalakeya High School will be trying it first and 10. And a mix-up in the backfield that's going to cost them again with a loss of about 8 or 9 yards.
Cage Baird on that right side. He's got a few tackles for a loss, and now a solo sack on that right side. And Himalaya is just running for his life for Hawaii tonight.
Boy, yeah, you're right. He has really no up-front protection, or at least very little. The defense is getting through that line. Very porous right now. We're in the second quarter, a little over 7 minutes to go. 14-0. Desert Hills with the lead. And this time they get the handoff, but it doesn't matter. As soon as the ball is taken, Matt Nyson is there and rips down the running back.
Yeah, Nyson's been awesome. I mean, this is going to be a big stat night for that front seven for Desert Hills. Lots of tackles behind the line of scrimmage, getting to the quarterback, doing a great job. And credit the coverage as well of Desert Hills. Anytime they've tried to pass, they've been covered up.
Tonight on our sister station, the action is Dixie hosting the Buffalo of Tooele. They're at Dixie High School. Drops back, tried to get the ball away, and they say incompleted pass. They say the arm was going forward. Himalaya was hit just as he was cocking that big right arm, but the officials jump in, say no, incompleted pass, but now it's 4th and almost 20.
And Coach Murdoch continues to send the dogs at the quarterback. This time Dawson Mayfield from a kind of a rover position on that right side. Hits the elbow just as the ball was going forward for an incomplete pass.
All right, and looking to see, there comes the punter in. Let's see, that's actually, is that Himalaya?
Yeah, Himalaya's in the game, but he's back.
Back
like
as the punter, yeah. There's the snap. And he does kick it, and actually that's not a bad kick. Caught at the 49-yard line in Hawaii territory, the 40, 35, out to the 40, down that far sideline. Nice catch and run there by Gage Baird, and once again, knocking on the door of opportunity, it's the Desert Hills Thunder.
And Baird was licking his chops before he even caught the ball, saw opening on the left side, caught it with a head full of steam, and got to the edge. Great return once again by Baird.
Yeah, the kick got away, but it was not all that tall, kind of a line driver, and he knew he had a good return set up. 6:26, time to go, quarter one, thanks to Holbrook Asphalt and Appliance Wholesalers Plus, a couple of our great sponsors here tonight. Holbrook Asphalt reminds you after the game, if we get, 25 points?
That's right.
We get to go have some free dessert. Run off the right side, and leading the way, Saul Andrus, as he gets it down inside the 20, picks up about 7 of the 10 yards needed.
Comes off hobbling a little bit. Looks like they'll bring in Ethan Ford for spell him a little bit.
So it will be second and about 3 yards to go on the 18. Need to get to the 15-yard line. Double wide left, single wide right. Hand up, big hole up the middle. He's headed for the goal line. He'll be caught and dropped just short. Holy smokes, Taufa looked up and he thought, I could drive a truck through it. Oh, yeah, I'm big. Let's go.
I've been amazed by Taufa's speed in this game. That time just this crossfire action, a straight handoff, not reading anything, just giving it to the big fella, and he goes through the big hole.
That was a huge one. So they line it up inside the 10-yard line. Again, diving, and I believe getting another touchdown. Desert Hills.
I think that's Ethan Ford, the little scat back who came in for the limping Andrus, who just sneaks his way in. Great burst there right after the ball. Not a huge hole for him to score, but he squeaks in. Great job.
That's almost not fair. They're used to that big Taufa and the others, and this guy comes in. You can't see him standing in amongst those other guys. Right. Good run, though, by Ford. And that makes it 20-0. The 21st point, they line it up. ready to go. 2 for 2 so far tonight. Bad snap, but they get it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Callister 3 for 3 on the points after. We'll take a 30-second break. 5 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in the first half as Desert Hills builds now a 21-0 lead on the one-loss scoreboard. We're back in 30.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
And we welcome you back to our broadcast. Well, the wind is back. It was gone for a while. It's got the flag straight out on the south end of the field. Well, it's been a great night so far if you're a Desert Hills fan, Andy.
Yeah, everything's going right. They're running the ball pretty well. Wilsted's having a great game and defensively just suffocating on the Wave Riders.
Line drive to the goal line, picked up, brought back up, trying to get in and then out. Not going to happen. Now we have a flag go down late, as I believe that return was by Fakatu Mafi, junior return man, and the flag almost appeared like it might be a face mask or something. It was thrown back toward where the tackle was made, but I better hold off any guessing until we hear from the officials, or see. I guess we can't hear up here.
Yeah, good call, Mike.
Yep, there it is. Wow, that's a face mask against Hawaii. So apparently trying to clear the way, a face mask was grabbed.
And Hawaii once again back way deep in their own territory to start a drive.
When things go wrong, they just continue to go wrong, don't they?
And I don't know, Mike, if they've crossed the halfway. I don't think they've crossed the 50-yard line so far this game, if I remember right.
I don't think they have either. The only catch made on the other end of the field was out of bounds.
Yeah.
So that didn't count.
Yeah.
So the ball is going to be placed down now at the, 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from that point. And 5:19 to go in the first half. 21-0. Desert Hills. Starting left, going right, and the end result is a loss of a couple of yards. For that defense, they're spread out, but it doesn't matter which way you go, Andy. They've just got it covered tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they spread them sometimes 5 wide, and it just doesn't matter what formation they try to run or if they're trying to get the linebackers out of the blocks. They just move so well laterally and penetrating as well. The defensive line doing a great job keeping the offensive linemen off the linebackers.
They keep trying it. They go trips to the right side now. They got to get these off in a hurry. And a little jump pass in the middle goes nowhere because right there is Jaron Polu.
And Polu with the body slam, but great awareness. I thought that was a pretty good call by Hawaii. We haven't seen a screen all night long, but Polu just sniffed it out right away.
Wow.
With the big slam.
So the setup now, 3rd down and 12 yards to go. The ball back to the 8-yard line, complete for a couple of yard loss. 4:24 to go, first half of action. 21-0 is the score. They're going to try to go to the air again. They air this one out. It is deep, and no flag by the official. They say the defense supplied there by Curtis Sweeten was good. There's a little bumping, but apparently they rule the win both ways.
Yeah, good job running with him. Ball was delivered pretty well, but Sweeten was right there. Good defense. And, Himalaya, when he has time, he shows his talent.
Yeah.
He's thrown a few good balls tonight, just been unable for the receivers to come down with him for big plays.
Now, when you're running for your life most of the night, you don't have a lot of time to set up and find somebody, but it is 4th and long, and again, they'll have to punt the ball away from their own end zone. And there's the snap. Kick is away, low driving kick, hits at the 40, big bounce, and Desert Hill says, no, that's okay. We'll let it roll. Now we have a flag thrown, and it's a sideline warning against Hawaii. I see the ball ended up at the 48-yard line of Hawaii, so they didn't even get it out of their end of the field, but I'm pretty sure that was the call, sideline warning to Hawaii.
Desert Hills offense, 21 points in the first half. Their most so far this season in any game.
Yeah. Well, they were looking for that first win. So far, so good. They've got things rolling here in this one against the Kalakeya, Hawaii. And they're out there now. Here comes Desert Hills. 4:09 to go. First half. Thanks again to Sky Mountain Golf Course. Boy, I tell you, go out there, it's hard to play golf there because the view is so beautiful. That's how, of course, I can't play golf anywhere. I shouldn't say that. But,
yeah, that's how I am.
I would love to. I've even had guys come and try to teach me. They give me about 4 lessons and say, Mike, thanks for trying, buddy. All right, 1st and 10, handoff up the middle. No gain on the play. Actually breaking a couple of tackles there was Saul Andrus, but he ended up right back in the line of scrimmage.
Usually my coaching sessions for golf, Mike, happen on the course. I'm with my father-in-law or something, and tries to coach me for about a hole or two, and then just says, okay, we're going to get lunch. Let's get the heck out of here. What a waste of time you are.
I can't. Well, I'll get to my golfing story in a minute. Dropping back, they go up top, got a man far down the left sideline, and it is caught. No, dropped. Looked like it was caught, but eventually not able to hold on there is Gage Baird.
Yeah, I thought Baird had it for probably maybe half a second with great coverage by Kealakehe on that right side, by the right side cornerback, but almost a circus catch, just bounces out when he hits the turf.
We did a fundraiser years and years ago. I went golfing. Devin Dixon says, let's go. Come on. And, he loves the game.
Yeah.
And so I went out and golfed with him. Here's the pass, by the way, to the near side. Complete 50, 45. And short of the first down, knocked out of bounds was Bo Barbin, about 4 yards shy. Just to quickly finish my story, he said, okay, so I'm terrible. Come on, let's go do it.
Yeah.
So we went out there. After a couple holes, he quit talking to me. And I tell you, to this day, he's never invited. He just said, no, it's not because of that.
Yeah, we're one and the same,
I know what
Mike.
it's about.
I know that whole routine with Devin, yeah.
3:28 to go. Pass complete over the middle. First down. That time, Barbin got wide open for a little center pass, and it's 1st and 10.
And I like Logan Wilstead getting connected with Bo Barbin, kind of his comfort blanket in the slot position. They struggled to connect in the first couple games, but Barbin's a guy who will get open on 3rd downs. He'll convert. He'll also run it after the catch. Great hands by number 13.
Yeah, he started wide, almost like kind of a delay, and then he just came back, kind of an underside screen there to work perfectly. Again, they hand it off, trying to get away. Finally doing it to the 25, down to the 30-yard line. Pretty hard to hang on to Taufa.
Taufa, what a run. He was caught up. Hawaii was hanging on him, breaks a tackle, and somehow gets by 4 or 5 guys who were coming with him, splits them, and gets a decent gain on 1st down.
Double wide either side once again for Wilstead. Out of the gun, it's 2nd and about 5 yards to go. Wilstead back, looks, now has to reverse to his left side. He's got some room out there. Scampers down the sideline. 1st down it is, inside the 25-yard line.
Beautiful run, waited. I thought was very patient in the pocket. Everybody was covered up. Good job tight roping the sideline for a big gain there by Logan Wilstead.
They're actually going to mark it about a foot short. I thought they marked it at the 24, 25, so it's 3rd and less than a yard to go. Taufa.
Yeah.
That would be my guess right here. Let's see what happens. And that's exactly what happens. Starts wide, cuts inside, still on his feet, down inside the red zone to about the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Desert Hill.
Yeah, good job. Doesn't try to he just turns it back, hands it to the big fella for the 1st down on that right side. Good push by this Desert Hills offensive line. They're playing a pretty evenly matched in the trenches tonight. That time advantage Desert Hills.
Good downfield vision by
Yeah.
Tuupa, because that looked like it was set to go wide, but as he started wide, he kind of glanced back and it was like, whoa, there's a pretty good size hole. I'll take that one. 2 minutes to go in the first half, 21-0, Desert Hills. Wilstead rolls, swing pass dropped. Open was Jace Mortensen. Mortensen kind of struggling a little bit tonight. I think he was thinking run before catch and couldn't do either.
Yeah, I think the second time that's happened with him where he's thinking probably 6 maybe on that play, just turns his head around a little too early and drops the pass.
Second down and 10 yards to go from the 16-yard line. Couple of ticks under 2 minutes to go here in the first half as Wilstead brings them up. And again, they go double wide either side. Taufa gets the handoff. He's on a beeline for that corner, cuts inside, slips and goes down right near the first down marker. And I think it's going to be 3rd and a half a yard.
Really good series by the offensive line, getting push, and this time on the left side, gets a big gain on the run.
So it's been all Desert Hills in this one. They're looking for their 4th touchdown of the first half with 1:30 to go. It is 3rd and very short. Taufa said lower the helmet, dive, twist, get the first down inside the 5, and they're looking for more with 1:21 to go.
Greeted by number 7, James Ching of the defense, pretty hard, but great job lowering his shoulder, being strong in the red zone, get the first down.
Appreciate the good folks at St. George Intermountain Acceleration. There's quite a group of local players that go there, get themselves in great shape. 1:07 to go. Clock is running. Taufa cannot get it in this time. And he is wrapped up and flung to the turf. That one might have hurt a little bit. He's getting up a little gimpy on that one. That was a body slam. And that's pretty good if you can slam Taufa. That was Andrus, Saul Andrus on the carry. They go right back at him, though, and he dives for the end zone. Gets there, said the far side official.
And just kind of a wearing down of Hawaii on that series. A lot of runs to Taufa and Andrus there to finish it off. As he comes up limping again, Mike, that's the second time tonight.
I think he hurt it that last one, but he kept him in there. And I think that he'll have to maybe sit for a little. Well, he'll have the halftime. It's only 36 seconds to go. So here comes the 4th point after coming up. Appreciate our sponsors, including Fabulous Freddy's. Gas Up and Chow Down. They've got you covered. And the kick is up, and it is through the uprights. We're going to keep it right here as we're only 36 seconds away from the halftime here. 28-0 now as so far all Desert Hills, they're on a romp here this evening.
Wanted to mention, Mike, you brought up acceleration, some of the athletes they have in this Desert Hills game. Logan Wilstead, the quarterback, is having a great game. Tate Danas, of course, Bronson Andrus, who's a multiple sport athlete playing middle linebacker for him tonight, and Bo Barbin among many others. Brennan Ames does a great job over there at acceleration, getting these guys ready for the season.
That's a long way to come to get treated this rudely, don't you think?
Absolutely.
You never know. You just really never know when you get on these long trips like this. And but I tell you, probably a great learning experience for this. The coach will go back and say, okay, guys, we got a few things we need to work on. Although I don't really know much about their conference. So like I said, there's only 4 schools in the conference, and I think they play a total of 8 games on the year, and they have to go all over everywhere just to get games.
Yeah, that's right. Relatively successful last year. I think they won 5 or so out of their 8 games, and they've got a handful of athletes. We could tell Mike is just putting it all together here, and offensively they just got nowhere to go.
Yeah, they've hit a stone wall in defense. Kick taken at the 2-yard line, up the middle to the 10 to the 15, and rocked off their feet. Hello, said Kina Taufa on the defense. Now they got a little pushing and shoving going on down there.
And there's been a few of those kind of pick you up, throw you down to the turf type plays, and the returner for Hawaii had enough of that. Got up looking for a push fight, luckily broken up relatively soon.
Jumped in and stopped things with 28 seconds to go now here in the first half. And final couple of plays, maybe one, maybe two here at the end of the first half of action. Well, 14 points in each quarter here tonight for Desert Hills as they are rolling, trying to get that first win of the year, and they're halfway there right now. Out of the gun, Himalaya. Now we have a timeout. Hawaii said, yeah, we want to rethink it here. Is it time for a trick play? What do you think?
Something. I mean,
they've already tried that once. That one didn't work.
That was a disaster, yeah.
Just kind of surprised as you got 28 seconds to go. You line up, run the clock down, then they call a timeout. They're going to talk things over, both teams on the field. Hey, again, we really appreciate all of our great sponsors, including Roy's Pizza and Pasta. Moved recently. Great location now. They're ready and able to give you some of the best pizza anywhere around the area.
All right, guys, here's the trick play. Somebody block Andrus. He's number 5. Somebody block him. That's our trick.
We'll see what happens. All right, you and you and you. You've all got that guy, okay? I'll take my chances with the others. We'll see what happens. So the Wave Riders are out there. Here comes the Thunder, and the final 28 seconds of this first half should roll down. It is 1st and 10, Hawaii on their own 17-yard line. Everybody is in close, and it's a quarterback keeper. He wanted to pitch that ball, but the defense got between him and his pitch man, and there was no way. He did turn it up, gained about 2 to the 20. I give him 3 to the 21. And I don't think they're going to get another playoff. They're lining up as if they want to, but they keep turning and looking. No, they're going to let it run down. Time runs out here in the first half, and Andy, there's no way to say it other than it has been all Desert Hills here in half one.
Yeah, and the faithful Coach Murdoch and these players have been waiting. They've had 2 tough losses, and now they're letting it all hang out here against Hawaii offensively. 3 different running backs with touchdowns, and 4 Taufa and Andrus Wilstead with a touchdown pass, and defense is just dominating, Mike. Great performance.
All right, we're going to take a 90-second break here at the half with 15 minutes put up on the clock. I hate to do it over the air, but we do not have any TV signal down here, so we don't know what is going out. We hope to get that taken care of so we can take a look at some of the highlights here in the first half. But in the first half, there were a lot of Desert Hills highlights. They lead it on the one-loss scoreboard at the end of the first half, 28-0 back in 90.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking?
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Music is a bridge between the material and the spiritual. As a blind person, you have to be aware that nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. You really have to try things. My wife, who was also blind, was a good cook. When she died, that's when I started Meals on Wheels. My name is Harvey Lauer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Hi, we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us here. Desert Hills High School. It is at the half now, 28-0. As you just heard, our halftime score is InfoWest. They are the internet people here in the area. A lot of different choices for you. Check them out, InfoWest.com, and get yourself set. Get on the internet, and they've got you taken care of. Well, what can we say? From the very beginning, as we mentioned a couple of times, Andy, it really appeared like, and I'm not saying they came not expecting to be able to play well, but they came expecting to just throw everything they had, and right off the top they tried a fake punt. They did a few things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, it didn't work.
Yeah, they've gone for it a couple times on fourth down, but on that first series, I agree with you. Just kind of set the tone. They're throwing the kitchen sink at Desert Hills, maybe anticipating a game like it has become, kind of a rout. They decide to go for it and fake a punt in their own territory. Goes disastrously. And Desert Hills has just been sharp. Wilstead's been really good throwing the ball. He's only missed on a couple, and the running game's been there. But the real story of the game, once again, as it has been in the last couple weeks as well, is Desert Hills' defense is just that good to keep them in pretty much every game that they'll play this year, I believe. And tonight, they're just too much for Kealakehe.
Well, I mentioned about halfway through the second quarter, and I'm sticking with it. I think there's about 4 guys on the defense right now. Any one of them could be our player of the game so far in this. So they're just doing great stuff here tonight.
Yeah, Cage Bear, the defensive end, has got a sack and a few tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Obviously, Bronson Andrews at middle linebacker, and Jaron Polu is one of the fastest linebackers, got to be in Region 9 this year. And the defensive line's doing a great job as well as a whole. So a lot of stars to be made on this Desert Hills defense.
All right, they are just putting it together here tonight. Do we have any other scores? We'll see if we can take a look at that, and then we'll go to some highlights in the first half.
Yeah, Timpanogos is up big on KU. Last score I saw, I believe, was 35-7. Dixie up 28-14 on Tooele after a big score from Reggie Graff to Tyson Miller, 71-yard touchdown. Pineview was up 21-7 on Hunter, big 6A school up north. Last score I saw, and then Cedar up 7-0 on North San Pete at halftime. Still trying to find a Snow Canyon score here.
They went down to Arizona, didn't they? I think.
Yeah.
So they're probably an hour behind us.
Yeah.
Or difference there anyway. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're probably just kicking off. That's right.
All right. We're at the halftime. Let's take a look, guys, if we can roll some of the highlights here in tonight's ball game here. And here we see this is that first fake. High snap. He goes, I'm going to throw it. No, I'm going to run for my life. No, I'm going to just get rid of it. Boom, incompleted pass.
And we'll see Wilstead here on the delivery. Good patience, throws a strike for a first down to the Tate Danas. I believe that was a third down.
Yeah, that was just a nice cross, a slant pattern, perfectly played there. Here's a handoff for that number 27. He has done a yeoman's job here tonight. That is Taufa.
And showing off the speed on the next drive, off tackle to the right, gets a 21-yard gain.
Drop back, quarterback, right over the middle. And again, nice job. Know where you are. That was a good job by Gage Baird.
And then Cage Baird on the next play, the defensive Baird with the sack. Great shot there on the up close by CEC.
And this we saw a lot of, and that is the quarterback just kind of going, help! And he went nowhere. He double-teamed him, big loss for yardage.
And then Taufa on the left side just gives it to him straight off tackle. And shows off the speed that Ford gets in the game. I think it's the only carry of the game.
I think you're right, but he got a touchdown, snuck it in there. Nice job. Good call to come in like that. And again, bounce. And I think that's what's been the story tonight for the running backs. They never go down on the first hit.
Yeah, whether Andrews has been banged up a little bit. Taufa and Andrews have been so strong. Also, they've been reliable the first 2 games that they lost. And now tonight they're reaping the rewards of kind of having a field day against Kealakehe.
It's going to go to a break, but I think I'll make our viewers mad because it looks like the guy's got that whatever you said. Was it Frogger?
Yeah, some kind of Frogger machine out there.
Frogger machine out there to say they're going to have some fun out on the – now, all I can say is if you got something with wheels and then you put it on grass, that's not fair, is it?
No, it is not. It is not fair.
Put it on a nice hard driveway or something. Anyway, we are at the half. It is 28-0 in favor of Desert Hills. I was kind of stalling because I thought maybe the viewers would like to see, who are watching here tonight, what it's like, what the guys do on these froggers. I guess that's what they call them. You're the one that told me this.
Yeah, they call it the frogger. I'm excited to see the motion they have to make. There you go. That makes sense now.
Whoa, that looks like way too hard for me.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, we had a broken frogger there in the middle.
I could not make it 60 yards on one of those suckers.
So you got to push with your back feet on the wheels to move forward. Oh, I thought it was going to go all the way to the goal line. Those guys are gassed, and they went 20 yards. Anyway, have some fun. Let's take a break here. 7:20 to go here at the half. Brought to you by InfoWest. We're back in 90.
Por las cosas que nos pueden mantener seguros. Y ahora, las que llevamos con nosotros ofrecen alertas inalámbricas de emergencia. Por medio de un sonido y vibración particular, estarás al tanto donde quiera que estés.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome and the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
You made your house a reality. Homeschooling yourself on loans, color-coding listings, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. If you can ace house hunting, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
And we do welcome you back, 28-0. Desert Hills with the lead over the Kalakeya Wave Rider. Why do I call them surf riders? Wave, well, the surf wave,
yeah, they're
same
surfing
thing.
on the wave. It's
all right. Our game tonight, again, we appreciate our sponsors. And again, be sure and stay tuned in the post game. We'll be naming our Jimmy John Super Sub of the game, as well as our player of the game, brought to you by Dad's Trucking. And, of course, we do have our Playmaker Play of the game by the good folks down there who sell GE and all kinds of good appliances. So thank you to those guys. We appreciate their sponsorship. Boy, they have been with us a long time, making this all possible for us. So, well, your thoughts again, Andy, first half of action.
Well, as I look across at the Kalakeya visitor sideline, a pretty good contingent of Wave Rider fans down here. I'd like to see something positive in the second half for them as Coach Sam is trying to figure something out in the locker room to get some yards on this defense at Desert Hills. I mean, they were stingent against Highland in week one, did a pretty good job against Salem Hills, and now they are just dominating the game. Pass rush, the defense there is as well in the run game. Kalakeya has nowhere to go, and I just wonder what the game plan could possibly be to get something going on offense for these guys.
We don't have the stats here in the first half, but I'm going to guess that Hawaii is 50 yards total offense, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They just have been unable to get anything uncorked, and they've gone backwards a couple of times. Did that maybe do in that game between Utah and Weber State? Wasn't it like 57 yards total offense?
Yeah, you're right.
Holy smokes.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I would guess the Wave Riders are less than that. And maybe shooting to get to 57 by the end of this one. Holy cow.
All right. Once again, a lot of other action. We gave you the scores we had on those. Dixie was leading. Snow Canyon, we believe, was just kind of getting underway. I think you said Pineview. Hunter is a big school, but there's no doubt. Hunter is, should we say, rebuilding?
Yes, yes. Not quite tradition and the talent there this year is, a lot of people were worried about Pineview, Mike, after week one. They lose to Green Canyon, a team they were not supposed to lose to. But these teams from Cache Valley, Ridgeline we saw last week beat Snow Canyon.
Right.
Kind of surprised.
Right.
These kind of the new schools are kind of maturing, getting more seniors in their program who have been there for a couple years. So Green Canyon and Ridgeline are just going to get better. But Pineview responds last week. I think surprises some people up north. KSL called it an upset when they beat Highland last week. I think people down here didn't necessarily look at it that way.
Right.
Because Pineview is supposed to be the cream of the crop down here in Region 9, but good to see them off to a good start against Hunter as well.
I'm not surprised. I hate to say it. Canyon View and Timpanogos,
Yeah.
they kind of bit off more than they could chew in that one. Hurricane, I hope they can come back tonight against UAP because they kind of had their heads handed to them last week in a game up in northern Utah. And we said Cedar is home to the Hawks of North Sanpete. So we'll keep you up to date. Let's take a final 1 minute. Well, let's see. They're going to put more time on the clock, aren't they, when they come out at the end of the half here. So do want to just again thank some of our sponsors. B.A. Robinson Construction, the Gridiron All-American Games. When is that? Is that in January?
Yeah, January 5th. It's kind of cool. They're going to put together an all-star team of the best freshmen in the state of Utah to go up against an all-star team from all over the country of freshmen. So I'm sure there'll be some Region 9 kids playing in that all-star game. And then there's going to be a college event as well with some teams teeing off and some NFL scouts. It's going to be a pretty big deal. I'm excited for that.
Kind of fun to see that caliber of stuff coming here to southern Utah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a final 60-second break. We'll come back, set up the second half, see what we can talk about, bring it today. If we happen to get any updates, we'll pass them along. Mike McGarry along with A.T. Andy Thompson tonight here. Again, we come to you from Desert Hills High School at the half, 28-0 Thunder. We'll be back in one.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
Put a couple of extra minutes on the clock, so we have just a minute or two. Again, it's 28-0 Desert Hills. I don't know, Annie, well, we got a moment. Thanks to some of our great sponsors who make all these broadcasts possible.
Yeah, another kickoff brought to you by Utah Gastroenterology. Did you know that a colonoscopy is the most effective method of screening for colon cancer? Check them out at utahgastro.com. Appreciate our new sponsor, Utah Gastroenterology.
Without getting into details, I would just want you to know, been there, done that. Thank you very much. And those are the things you hate looking forward to. The thought of it is like, yo, but when you're done and you find out things are okay, it does make you feel a lot better. So I will just say that, and I'll leave that story right there. And we shall move on. All right, second half. Well, I think, Andy, you kind of said it. I don't know if we have a lot of hope, but as far as Hawaii is concerned, they hopefully came up with something at the half to try here. I'm not so sure because every facet of that first half, offense, defense, special teams, belong to Desert Hills.
Yeah, the game plan has been there for Desert Hills defensively, which is they see Himalaya, the quarterback for Hawaii, as a sitting duck back there because they're sending 6-7 guys almost every time, sending linebackers, allowing your safeties and corners to be alone back there in coverage, and they're just chasing Himalaya all over the field, and he's had nowhere to go running or throwing the ball all night long. And great job by Coach Murdoch, not relenting, and Hawaii's been back in their own territory for pretty much all this game, Mike, right by the end zone. I don't think they've crossed the 50-yard line, and we'll see what they've drawn up to try to change things up in the second half.
All right, again, the coin flip at the beginning of the game was won by Desert Hills. They defer to the second half, so they'll get their hands on the football to start the second half of action, and that may not be good news for the Wave Riders. Well, the little speedster is in there once again right now, Ethan Ford, and he is back deep to receive, standing back at around his own 5-yard line. Actually, they've got about 3 of them inside the 10-yard line, so they are, looks like, trying to set something up. We'll see what happens as the Wave Riders get ready to kick off the second half. 28-0 as they let the final couple of seconds roll off. Then they stop it with 2.2 seconds. There we go. Officially, we are ready to go. Don't forget, it is a complete wrap-up show coming up. Completion of our game on radio again tonight. You can catch that and get details on all of the games. This, the third and final week of preseason. Next week, it's Region 9 head-to-head battles.
Can't believe it, Mike. That
Wow.
preseason always flies. The whole season always
It
flies by. I
does.
can't believe we're already through almost.
We get
week
so
3.
excited, we wait and wait and wait, and we look at each other and go, oh, they're going to try an onside kick. And a flag goes down.
And a shame.
They actually
for
got
Hawaii,
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautifully executed. Just rolled it, a ground ball right to his guy after 10 yards. But
I'm going to guess an offsides call or it's a procedure call. Somebody moved early.
Yeah.
So, well, they did come out with a plan. Unfortunately, it worked about as good as that fake punt did. There we see. Yeah, getting there in quick time. That is Tayson Frazier, or Taylor Frazier, but to no avail. So hey, we'll try that one again. No time is off the clock. Officially, the second half didn't begin yet. And that might set up a pretty good run back. Unless they go for this onside again. And they did. That time it didn't go 10 yards, I don't think.
no, I think a little short. Athletic play by number 3 there, Frazier. He's had a couple athletic plays tonight. This time just almost kicks it parallel. About 5 yards is where he catches it.
And so again, it works against them because now the Thunder have it inside of Hawaii territory at the 43-yard line. I think they thought they had it, but they did not get the 10 yards. It was obvious. Thanks, guys, in the truck on the replay.
And when you're, an underdog and things aren't going well, you want to do everything you can to, trickeration and special team stuff. But so far, both times they've tried to onside kick and a fake punt. It hasn't gone well.
All right, so now we'll see what happens as the Thunder get their hands on the football. First official offensive play here. It took about 4 minutes to get 4 seconds off the clock there. Here we go. Logan out of the gun, and he fires it a little bit behind that time. He was trying to hit Mortensen.
They've struggled the last few times trying to connect with Mortensen. This time more on the quarterback to throw it behind him on the little slant route.
Good view on TV. Mortensen looking over to the side like, oh, what? You can see there it was way behind him. So it is second down and 10 yards to go for Desert Hills. This time they go with a very delayed handoff and not getting much that time. Wow, as Taufa himself was kind of picked up and hammered down.
And Luala Manga and Taufa have got quite the rivalry going in between the boxes tonight. Just a straight handoff. Has a lead blocker there in Mortensen, but nobody has been able to block number 1 tonight.
So it'll be third down and about 9.5 yards to go. We're just underway in the third quarter, 28-0. It's been all Desert Hills here tonight at home trying to get the win. Out of the gun, drops back, looks over the middle, fires complete to the 30, to the 25, down to the 20, inside the red zone. Nice job of yak yards after the fact as well by Baird.
Good job by Wilstead in the pocket, just standing straight up, had the patience to allow the route to develop here on the left side as Baird just runs about a 10-yard in, catches it Hawaii gets a handful of his jersey, but he just keeps spinning, Mike, for the Yak, as you said, 7 more yards.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's 1st and 10 in the red zone as they switch forward now directly behind quarterback Wilstead. They hand it off to Ford looking for a hole. Not much that time for the little guy. He may have gotten a yard, 2 yards. 2nd down, about 8 yards to go.
And Taufa will come in for Ford. Haven't seen Andrus on this drive. He was kind of banged up a little bit in the first half. We'll see if he gets back in the game.
Looking along the near sideline, don't see anybody standing out, so he may just be ready to come in if they need him. 2nd down, about 8 yards to go. They pump fake. Wilstead rolls right. He says, go deep, go deep, go deep, and the pass is out of bounds.
Wow, it was close. He had 2 guys right in that same spot. Caleb Rogers came over by Mortensen. Good job kind of trying to navigate him after the pump fake here by Wilstead. Wanted him to go to the end zone, throws it to the sideline, and then caught just out of bounds.
Yeah, and the 2 guys actually ran into each other. That's how close they were. So now 3rd and about 8 yards to go. And again, they're already in the red zone at about the 16, 17-yard line. From the gun, Loganston has that trips bubble to the left. He looks left, comes back to the right, throws it away. Boy, I miscued that time. Rogers was the intended receiver, but he'd have to been about 8'2" to come down with that one.
Yeah, it looked just like it was supposed to be a wide slant, and Wilstead, I guess, just throw it high. I thought there might have been something out of sync there on the route running, but I think he threw it to the right route, just a bad pass.
All right, we're going to see our first field goal attempt of the game. This will be for about 34 yards. Right in front, though. Boy, they got it set. Couldn't get a more direct shot. He's got a strong leg. Snap is back, but hold everything. As a flag went down. I can assume, but I'm going to hold on there. There comes the call. It's offsides against Hawaii.
Wow, it's weird they blew the whistle dead, Mike, because he got the kickoff. But maybe he was across the neutral zone and they blew it dead.
Must have been. But it'll march at 5 yards. They'll try it again. That'll move it a little closer. Now it's going to be a 29-yard field goal attempt. And we'll call it a 30, I guess. Straight in front of the goalpost. We're in the 3rd quarter, 28-0, and it's a fake, and they pass it out on the angle, and it was incomplete. So I guess it's a night of, let's try some of the plays. Okay,
I guess,
guys?
Yeah, we're going into region play. Let's figure out if we can call fire and call a fake field goal. Tries to throw it out left to Bronson Andrus, and probably one of the most positive plays for Hawaii, denying this first down attempt on the fake field goal. Good play there by Micah Sino to knock it away.
Yeah, actually good defense by Thielen out there. As he was right on top of him. So they turn it over. We go the other way. Hawaii gets the ball back. They have it at their own 13, I think, 13-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go. This is the first time everybody is in close. And didn't help a lot, did it? Gain of maybe a half a yard. I think everybody was in the box on that one.
All 11 guys and kind of a power eye just to the fullback. Let's simplify it. Enough of the spread stuff. It wasn't working. And they're just going to try to bulldoze here in this series, it looks like, Mike.
But even at that, they got a hold of him behind the line of scrimmage, and he fell forward for about a yard gain. So it's 2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Wave Riders. Once again, everybody in close. A handoff. Well, it was a fake handoff. Now they roll the other way. And in trouble, and Himalaya is caught back inside the 5.
And he was trying to outrun Polu, and that's just not going to happen. They're running the triple option out of the I formation, and the pitch is just low and confused behind his tailback, and trying to get the edge. Polu grabs him about the 2-yard line.
Wow.
Throws him down. It's like they're running this offense for the first time, Mike.
Yeah, that was actually Boo Jones on the attempt. It was a poor pitch. You said he scooped it up. Avoided the turnover, but now it is 3rd, and they're back inside the 5-yard line. So 3rd down, exactly 9 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Well, there's I used to call that bunch ball. You all get together in a big bunch, and That time they did move it forward about a yard.
Yeah.
Not a lot there. Having some trouble with it. Really nothing that they have tried is working.
No.
Now it's 4th and about 14, and Hawaii will have to give up the football.
Yeah, totally. I mean, just asking their guys to do something completely different in this series as the spread, running 5 wide, trying to throw it was not working at all. I think it's wise to make a change, but that was another disastrous series trying to run an option offense out of the I formation.
Yep. Appreciate Findlay Volkswagen. Once again, another of our great sponsors. Great place. Boy, that is the savings side of the freeway over there with Findlay. Check them out. Great prices on super vehicles. 7 after the, or I should say 8:07 to go. The kick short, taken at the 45. They do pitch it back, and that'll be good for a 3-yard gain after that. Now a late flag comes in. And Desert Hill says, I think he got a face mask.
I think it's a good call. I thought he got him pretty hard on the face mask. This time a little reverse from Bear to Dawson Mayfield. And we'll see it. We'll wait for the white hat here to call it officially, but I thought that was pretty clear.
The line of scrimmage, well, they're going to move the football. The line of scrimmage is back around the, 35 to 40-yard line. There's the flip back. And, there it is. Yeah, got a hold of that. Was easy now on the replay to see that. And that should cost him some pretty major yards. The line of scrimmage would have been the 43, And now I'm guessing that's a major 15-yarder. There it is, personal. Whoa.
And he's pointing.
So we have offsetting. Personal foul on Desert Hills, face mask against Hawaii, so things stay where they are. Well, there you go. It's been a relatively free game of a lot of fouls, which is not a bad thing. Time's moved along. We have just under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. And it's 28-0. Desert Hills rolling here tonight at home.
That punt, once again, brought to you by Utah Gastroenterology. Check them out online today at utahgastro.com.
So 1st and 10 now for Desert Hills. Wilstead out of the gun. Keeps it himself on the option. Up the middle to the 30. Gets away to the 20. Busts through, and he's gone for a touchdown. Hello.
Holy cow, Mike. Where did that come from? Logan Wilstead with his longest run of the year, carrying the ball like a loaf of bread, but nobody was going to catch him. Inside out, goes all the way to the house, does a dance around to the last safety to get into the end zone, and you got to feel good for the kid having his best game of the year.
Amen on that one. And you know what, let's give some credit. That was some good downfield blocking, too, and Logan used them very well, as you stated, to get around and get that touchdown.
Yeah. Very athletic play. Showing off the Jets.
So we do have another point after coming up. High snap. They get it down. The kick is through the goal post, and we tack our 35th point on the here. Let's watch the replay. I liked it. There's the fake. Steps inside. Gets around 1, 2. Looks to the outside. See that wide out nicely. And let's give a little bit of credit there. That was, Tate Denos with a nice job down there. So quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. 7:47 to go. 35-0 back in 30. The Thunder, as they continue to roll, the kickoff is away, taken at about the 3-yard line, up across the 10 to the 15, out near the 20-yard line, and brought down there. Pretty good job on the return there by Boo Jones. So It'll be from about they'll give them the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Wave Riders of Kalakeya High School.
And this kickoff team for Desert Hills has a lot. I mean, Bronson Andrus is out there. Paulo's out there. They put some of their best athletes, take a lot of pride on special teams here at Desert Hills High School, and they've done a great job containing the returns all night.
7.5 minutes to go, quarter 3. As again, the Hawaiian team trying to get something going. Quick bust up the middle. Good for what, 2? That's it. And that's about almost the most they've been able to get. Here we go with the handoff. The big fullback takes it. But you notice he gets 2 yards, and then he goes sideways.
Yes. Yeah, and the defensive line is doing such a good job at gap control, especially, all 11 guys in the box once again.
And once again, this one gets a couple of more yards out to the 25-yard line. So again, they're just busting it up the middle. But once again, you get so far, and then they kind of go, that is it. So it's 3rd and 5 for Kalakeya High School, the Wave Riders. Clock running with 6:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And just once again, what can you say? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive players were there in the stop.
And they've thrown out the idea of keeping it, going and pitching it, or the quarterback running it. It looks like a triple option, but it's not. They're just giving it to the fullback every single time, and that time he goes backwards.
So it is 4th, and they didn't get the first down. Wave Riders are going to have to, I think, get rid of the football. And with great exhilaration, they race on to the okay, being a little facetious here. It's been a long night for these Wave Riders, and they took their time getting out there.
And heck, not a bad drive. They gained 7 yards or whatever. I'm kind of surprised they're not going for it on 4th.
Yeah, they did it all first half, but maybe they learned a valuable lesson there, too, because they look up and see 35-0 on that scoreboard. Here comes the kick. This one is a high kick. Gets good hang time at the 40. Trying to turn. Gets to the outside to the 45. Dives ahead to about the 47-yard line. Pretty good return there. I think Gage Baird that time turned nothing into a couple of yards.
Yeah, and this a rare kind of hanging punt, as you described, Mike. That pretty good coverage down there. Gets around the first tackler, as we're seeing here on the replay. Good return by Baird.
Yep. So here we go once again. It is 1st and 10 on their own side of the 50, but barely at the 47-yard line. So Desert Hills, and they have started midfield. They started deep into Hawaii territory. They've just really been in control. It would be very hard to find a facet of this game tonight not dominated by the Thunder. 4:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Fake handoff over the middle, wide open to the 35, 30, 20, and he's on his way for a touchdown. Jumping, high step, and getting out of the grasp, and that's Jace Mortensen. He made up for a couple of drops, didn't he?
Beautiful on 1st down, just a play action. The safeties come all the way up. Mortensen gets behind him. Beautiful strike and an easy touchdown. Great call on 1st down, and Mortensen gets to redeem himself a little bit with that big score.
Wow. Well, they struck early a 52-yard pass play, and with 4:12 to go once again here in the 3rd quarter, and we're looking for another point after coming up. Another attempted on the field goal. I think they're 100%. Are they?
Yeah,
not
I think
tonight
they are.
with Callister.
Yeah, Callister does a good job.
And that time he pushes it, but still got it just inside that left upright. So we take another break with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now 42-0 on TV. You get to see a replay of that nice catch and run for the touchdown. We'll be back now in 30 seconds.
So I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back, Desert Hills High School. As we get set, ready to kick off, Logan Callister. Well, listening to that commercial, mentioned they had built the new high school. It's hard to believe. Next year we got a new one right here in the area.
Absolutely.
Kick inside the 5, looking for room up the middle, finds a little bit, gets across the 20, and that is it. Ripped down. And that's as far as old Boo Jones is going to go.
And Boo Jones has had quite the task of having to return these kicks. We'll see another big hit. I think Kina Taufa may have been one of the guys to make a big collision here.
Gets one nice block, steps in, and wham! Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was Taufa on that hammer down.
Andrus down there as well. Holy cow. They're teeing off on those kickoffs.
They are. 1st and 10. The ball is across the 25. This might be one of the best starting positions, and that's kind of a sad deal. But Boo Jones on the slot of the near side, a little hand gesture. He's saying, let's go. And Boo across the middle. They're looking for him. They do, and they fire it out. It is complete. Caught for about a 9-yard gain. Jones ends up just shy of that first down marker. So 2nd down, about a yard to go. Kind of had the feeling he was letting them know, like, hey, coming my way. Good catch by Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Himalaya finally has a couple seconds to throw and delivers a good ball on 1st down.
Clock running down under 3 minutes, and now we have a timeout, I think, called by Hawaii. And that's what we get, a Wave Rider timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. 2:48 to go here in quarter 3. It's all Desert Hills on the one-loss scoreboard, 42-0, back in 30.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
2:48, time to go here. Any updates, later scores, Andy?
Yeah, it looks like Shadow Ridge has the lead on Snow Canyon, 14-3. Pineview putting it on Hunter, 49-7, Mike.
Ooh.
And Cedar has the lead against North Sanpete, 14-0.
All right, we have under 3 to go in this one. Dropping back, Himalaya swing pass, caught at the 32, up to the 40. And first, now have a flag come in at the end there. Let's see what happens. Not sure. It's kind of thrown almost behind the play.
I don't know if there was if it was a cut block downfield or something. Big hit by Dawson Mayfield on the play.
Yep. See what the white hat has to say there. And it's going to be an illegal use of the hands. Well, there we go. Well, just when you think you might get something going. Let's watch on the replay and see if we can see the penalty as they swing it out wide. Oh, there it is. Hit from behind.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that was too obvious to not throw the flag on. All right, so the ball marks back now to the 34-yard line, where it will be 2nd down now and a couple of yards for the Wave Riders. And they, boy, I tell you, Fabulous Ready first downs are hard to come by for these Wave Riders. Now they've gone back to the spread. 2 left, 2 right. Himalaya out of the gun. Looks. And now he actually has a pretty good block as he looks downfield, overthrows and nearly picked off. Down there to get his hands on the ball was Daniel Birch, but it was down around his shoe top, couldn't haul it in.
Kind of a sidearm delivery once again here by Himalaya, trying to get enough mustard on it to beat the defender, and wobbles it just a little bit, overthrows it, almost caught. Great play attempt on the interception there by Daniel Burke.
Yeah, it's too bad. His receiver was open. He had about a step on the defense, but he overthrew him. So that'll set up third now and short for Himalaya and the Wave Riders. Now the official steps in, and we may have, looks like Birch has got to come out for something, so he will come out. Looks like an equipment something or other. And straight ahead, I believe that carry by Himalaya will give him a first down.
Yeah, I like that call. Hammett shotgun, and we've continued with the spread formation, but then just runs up to the line of scrimmage, takes it from under center, catches the defense off guard a little bit, and gets a rare first down for the Wave Riders.
Yeah, I believe that was, I'm not sure, it was Mason Solmonson in on the tackle. All right, excuse me, that was not that. I'll get it. That was Zeke Poto, I think, 55. Back time, looks over the middle, complete to the 45. Now the ball comes loose, still on the ground. Nobody wants it. It's picked up, and we go the other way. The official said it did not go out of bounds. Coming up with it, Braxton Turnbull, and he gains 25 yards.
Remarkable play here. The receiver, apparently the refs say he did have possession, and it was a fumble. We'll see here on the replay. Once again, pretty well-delivered ball.
Yeah, he had three steps.
He had it. The ball bounced around. Somehow they work as a team to throw it back inbounds, and then Turnbull tiptoes on the sideline, picks it up before it goes out of bounds. Great patience to not get overexcited about a loose ball and knocked out of bounds by Desert Hill.
I think that was Dawson Mayfield who made the nice save on the side. And now Mayfield, together with Turnbow, did a little selfie, took a picture.
Yeah, they got the old turnover hammer down there, I guess, the Thor turnover hammer.
Wow.
Take a picture of it.
Under 30 seconds to go. Clock still running, more than likely the last play of the third quarter. It has been all Desert Hills tonight. Logan Wilstead out of the gun, wide out either side. And they go with a jet streak to the far side. On the carry again is Bo. And Barbin turns it up for about an 8-yard gain. That'll run the clock out here as we wind up the third quarter. We'll take the break and we'll be back. Back in 1 minute, 42-0, back in one.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
And we are back, start of the fourth quarter. And right now it's all, well, right now it's been all night. All Desert Hills tonight as they just continue to roll. And on that one, they got more than 10 yards, first and 10. Ball down to the 19-yard line. Back into the red zone again, and they're driving for more.
Looks like they've subbed in Hunter Bentley for Wilstead at quarterback. A couple of the second-string guys coming in.
Handoff, not much there, and barely able to get back to actually the line of scrimmage. That's Ford once again, Ethan Ford on the carry. So, yeah, you're right, a lot of young guys getting a chance to play. And actually, just watching there, it looks like he ran into his own man. Mason Leedy was more of a door than a window there. So no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go. Little swing pass out. It is complete. Steps inside, got some room, and has the touchdown. Hello.
Ford showing the agility as a receiver. Little bubble screen, catches it, has the patience to cut back inside, then outside again through 3 guys. And once again, Mike, the receivers for Desert Hills putting on blocks after catches to help their guys get into the end zone.
And that may not count. There is a flag, and they're going to bring this one back, I believe it is. Oh, darn, it's a hold against Desert Hills, so Ford will have that one wiped off the playbook. But I tell you what, that was excellent. We watched the replay here, just a simple swing pass. He starts wide, gets a block, but he steps actually between 2 guys with great blocks. Unfortunately, it will not count. Then you had the insult with the big yardage. It was held behind the line of scrimmage. The ball's all the way back to the 34. So they lose overall about 15 yards on the penalty and the walk-off. We're in the 4th quarter. It's 42-0. And this time really nowhere to go on the carry. And I do not have a number 18 again.
Yeah, me neither.
Nice job. That's all I can say. Sorry. Dear. All right, it's actually it's a loss. They go back to the 42-yard line. So they're going the wrong way on this one. Out of the gun. Snap, stands in, goes deep over the middle. Boy, there was a miscue. His wide out actually stopped. He was thinking comebacker, and the quarterback was thinking just go to the end zone.
Yeah, lucky it wasn't picked here, although a pick would kind of function as a decent punt there for Desert Hills. Double hop punted away, but pretty good delivered ball by Hunter Bentley, just nobody there for it.
Taylor Frazier, the defender, got his hands on the ball. Couldn't haul it in. Clock winding with 9:40, and it's clock will just continue to run now as it's a 42-0 game. All Desert Hills. They have to race somebody back in. They bring Kina Taufa back in. Low snap. Here comes the kick, a little pooch kick, and it is going to hit. Did it get out of bounds?
I thought it bounced out at about the 4-yard line, somewhere around there.
Wow, they're going to mark it. They do come back
okay.
up. So it's going to be about the 8-yard line. But pretty good kick once again. He angled for that corner, got it out of bounds, and again, Hawaii deep in their own end of the zone. Under 9 to go in the ball game. And I think there's no doubt about it at this point. It'll be win number 1 of the year for Desert Hills.
And what a way to come back after 2 frustrating weeks for a new system, a new coach. Everybody's anxious to see how everything is going to go with the new program, and good way to celebrate here. The last game of the preseason at home with this Desert Hills faithful.
Himalaya steps up to that spread offense. Double wide left, double wide to the right. Himalaya out of the gun, drops back, has a little time, steps up. He wants to go long, got a man out there, and it is nearly caught and then almost picked off. Back deep was, again, Braxton Turnboat. He was trailing the play. It went through the arms of Polly, and I think he got close. Let's watch the replay. I don't think he didn't know it was coming, but he was there.
Yeah, had to turn around, and they like throwing it deep, but haven't had one, I don't think, land all game long, Mike.
Nope. And actually, you think about that, they threw into double pressure. I mean, both guys were right on top of the play. So, second down and long as Himalaya over the middle fires it out there, incomplete, and we have flags thrown all over the place. And I'm not sure which way that's going to go.
Yeah, there was definitely contact. If it's against Desert Hills, I thought it was kind of incidental, and after the ball had already passed. I think it's Sweet, number 25. We'll see which way they point here.
That's going to be against the defense.
Yeah.
So it will be a huge. Let's watch the replay here. Maybe there was something we didn't see. There's the pass. It's in the air. And, okay, I think what the call was is he didn't allow him to get back to the ball.
Yeah, good call. Good call. There wasn't excessive contact, but he was impeding the receiver's chance at getting the ball.
So with that, the ball comes out. It'll be a 1st and 10 with the line of scrimmage now at the 23-yard line, 24-yard line. And Hawaii trying to get something going. They have 7.5 minutes to go in this one. He'd love to at least find the end zone once. In trouble. Himalaya tries to get away, will not do it. He's going to end up in a heap on the turf there, as he had one opportunity, but there to make sure he didn't do it was Cage Baird.
Yeah, and that's probably his third, at least 2.5 sacks. He'll probably have credit for tonight. He's been awesome on that left edge. Impossible to block for Hawaii.
7 minutes to go in this one. Baird comes off, so a lot of young guys getting, I like this, good opportunity. These guys need some PT, get in there, a little playing time. They work just as hard at the practices as anybody else. Trips to the near side for Himalaya. Back, he looks, he goes over top. Got a man out there, and it is complete to the 40, 50-yard line. And that is the first deep pass that is caught. Taylor Frazier with the catch.
Beautiful. They love going to that right side. They've hit Frazier a couple times out of bounds. This time, beautifully delivered ball as Frazier runs out to it. As Himalaya finally gets a little bit at a time, and Frazier had a few steps on Desert Hill.
Nice timing. He got beyond the guy who was right on him, and the safety coming over hadn't quite gotten there yet. They found the little crease, and it's first time into that side of the field for Hawaii. This time they look left. Again, they're going to go deep, and it is nearly caught, turning around. And a little bit upset out there is Maximus Opili. I think that's his name.
Yeah, they've been so diverse in their offensive strategy. They went from running power I-11 in the box, nothing but fullback dives, to this series just heaving it deep every single play, trying to get into the end zone against the second string of Desert Hills.
Yeah, I was going to say two things there. You got to try and do something. Second thing is you're working against second stringers, so now's a good time. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Our sponsors tonight, Fabulous Freddy's, Roy's Pizza and Pasta, Buck's Ace Hardware, opened up about a month ago. Here comes the pressure, and down goes Himalaya.
And the big fella, Braden Williams, getting some time here, coming through, I believe, the interior defensive line. Getting through the hole. We'll see where he comes from. Yeah, right down
up the middle. You're right.
Gets to the quarterback. Wow.
Nobody picked him up, and he made the quarterback pay for that. That moves the ball all the way back to the 42-yard line of Hawaii. Under 5 to go. Again, the clock is running because of the differential on the scoreboard there. 42-0. And Himalaya would love to drop back and say, somebody get open. I'll throw it to you. And let's see what they come up with. Double wide either side. And they do. They go deep and down. They got a man, got a hand on it, cannot hang on. That man is Taylor Frazier. Had a catch a moment ago. This time just couldn't find the handle on it.
And great recovery, I thought, here by Birch, the corner. I think he was beaten, but gets a hand up right at the right time to kind of get in the way of Frazier. Knocked that way.
Good job. That'll give them now a, where are we? Third down. Ball at the 42-yard line. Some discussion going on the field. They stopped the play. Now they say we're ready. Now Hawaii's got to burn a timeout, I think. They were confused. They were trying to transport people on and off. We'll take a 30-second break. Just under 4 minutes to go in the ball game on the one-loss scoreboard. 42-0 Desert Hills. Back in 30.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
Well, looks like we have a couple of rather lopsided games going on around in preseason play tonight. This one included 42-0 as Desert Hills rolling over Kalakeya, Hawaii. We'll get some updates in a moment here. Let's get in this play. It is third down, about 15, 20 yards to go for Kalakeya Wave Riders. Once again from the gun. Himalaya back. Fires it. No good. And incomplete. Any more updates there?
Yeah, it looks like Hurricane down big to Juab, 42-7. Cedar is, let's see, Cedar 14-6 against North St. Pete. That game a little closer than I thought it might be.
Yep.
Trying to get a Dixie score here. Shadow Ridge leads Snow Canyon 21-10 with 5:14 left in the first half. Trying to find a Dixie update.
Dixie crossed town with the Buffalo. They were up 2 scores the last time we heard, but they're at Waltbrook Stadium. Here we have 3:25 to go in the game. And it is, well, they actually turn it around. That was 4th down, not 3rd down a moment ago. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. And it is, yeah, that is correct. It is, football belongs to the home team here. Fake the handoff, keeping it, looking for room, trying to get to the outside, picks up 3 yards to the 39-yard line. Not a bad job there by Hunter Bentley.
It's seeing that Dixie's over 28 points on the announcement from Devin Dixon on Twitter, so we know the big score deserters on there and here, obviously, with Desert Hills
we
going
got
for
it.
42. we got it a while
you
ago.
Covered here, folks.
But don't have an exact score over there at Dixie yet.
All right, 2nd and about 7 yards to go. Pitch back. Bentley looking for room. Cuts up inside. Gets to the 35-yard line. That'll leave him about 3 yards shy of the first. Not a bad run there by Bentley as he started wide. We see the replay here. Boy, the ball actually kind of bounced out of his hands. He recovered nicely. Dives forward. And with 2 minutes to go, another timeout. Well, I guess if nothing else, they're going to use all their timeouts tonight. So let's take just a 30-second break here on the one-loss scoreboard. 42-0 with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Back in 30.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Trying to sweep the near end. That did not work as the handoff there ended up going nowhere. And that was that Ford on the carry? Nope, that's my infamous number 18. We're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, the mystery man.
Desert Hills is going to go for it on 4th and 4 actually. They go bubble, trips to the right side. And they look that way. Little fire over the middle. It is complete and will be enough for a first down to the 30-yard line. Nice catch there by Caleb Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers gets hammered here, but hangs on to it. Bentley with a good delivery as he gets contacted a little bit, but just across the line again for a fabulous Freddy's first down.
So with coming up on 1 minute remaining, these guys out there now would say, well, give us our shot. We'd like to score. Double wide to the left, single wide right. Bentley, handoff, starts right, cuts back inside, finds room, first down to the 20-yard line. Is that Taufa back in there?
Yeah, Taufa, as there's a shower going on one of the coaches down there. I guess that is Coach Murdoch, who had a little bottle Gatorade shower on the sideline after Taufa's big gain.
Welcome to Region 9. You got your win there, Coach. You're looking for that. 40 seconds to go. 1st and 10, right on the 20-yard line for Desert Hills. Bentley, handoff up the middle, held short, about a 4-yard gain to the 16-yard line. Desert Hills wants more, don't they? And there's only 20-some seconds remaining. Now they're calling him out, and that may be it. Yep, they've called him off and said that's game. Clock's not stopping, but they just said, we got it. So it's a win. It's a big one, 42-0. What a convincing, full, complete game tonight, Andy, by Desert Hills.
Yeah, awesome way to get a win. Cool to see Coach Murdoch, his first year here, gets his first win at home. He's showered by his team with Gatorade at the fourth quarter as the time expires. Huge win for Desert Hills heading into region play with a lot of confidence.
Well, a little rough for Coach Sam across the way there and his team. They came a long way, and we hope they learned a whole bunch. So we'll just say that. And we'll see. They go back home and they play at home. Their first home game, I think, after, as you pointed out, 2 road games, which were thousands of miles apart in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
apart.
that's right. A tough way to start the season, but sure they enjoyed the experience coming out here, and good luck to them the rest of the year.
All right, we'll come back in 90 seconds. We'll take a look at offer some honors here tonight. We'll take a look at the highlights in tonight's game as well. That's all on the way. 90 seconds away, the final on the one-loss scoreboard is Desert Hills 42, Kalakeya Wave Riders nothing, back in 90.
Retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing. After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak. And I appreciated it very much, the attention that was given. My name is Julius Gaines, creative writer, poet, photographer. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to our set here of Talking Point Live. We're just getting ready to shoot our show, but we thought we'd put out a little bit of a promotion so you know when this is going to be rebroadcast.
Right. You can find us at 9:30,
12:30,
4:30.
Sorry, did I step on you? I'm always stepping on
You are.
Tune in and watch me step on Jen Moore. On Talking
Or
Point Live.
attempt to, anyway.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
All right, good evening and welcome back, Desert Hills High School. Mike and Andy with you here tonight, and what a game it turned out to be for Desert Hills. They roll 42-0, and this is the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. I don't know what more we can say other than it was kind of obvious from really early in this one, Andy, what was going to happen.
Yeah, just kind of outclassed all night long was Kealakehe. Desert Hills plays a pristine game defensively, and you know, I think coming into this game, they were running the ball fine. Defensively, in the first 2 games, they were really good. And the question was getting Wilstead in the passing game going, and they for sure did that tonight. Really crisp game by the young starting quarterback, Logan Wilstead. Played great.
Yeah, obviously the Wave Riders weren't their best in competition tonight, but I go back to your comment right there. I think it's a great win. Number one, it's a win. They did it kind of easily,
yeah.
But the second thing I think it's really good is I think now maybe the offense can say, hey, we've got some weapons. We can do some things. You're right. I think that Logan Wilstead showed tonight. He's got an arm. He's got pretty good accuracy. They're going to obviously have to continue to work on it, step it up, because the defenses are going to be a little bit better from here on out.
Yeah, I mean, he was accurate. He was throwing it down the field successfully to several different guys, and he ran one in from, 40, 35 yards out. Mike showed off his athleticism. So the confidence builder, it was very much needed for Coach Murdoch on this team, especially for the young quarterback to build his confidence, and he did just that tonight.
Let's take a look, if we can, at the highlights in the second half of action here tonight as we take a look at what went on. And I think you just mentioned it. Here's that touchdown run by the QB, Logan Wilstead. Again, great field vision. He really looked and picked his place.
Yeah, and Denos did a great job, number 4, on a couple different plays tonight, blocking downfield for big plays and scores for Desert Hills.
And there's the fake handoff. Then over the top, nicely done. That's Chase Mortensen. Struggled a little bit early, but that was a soft little, right in the breadbasket. He grabbed it and raced in for the big TD.
Yeah, credit the play caller up in the booth calling that one on first down, play action, wide open touchdown.
Little pass over the middle. And this is the wildest play. The ball down the ground, hit on the ground, stays in, somehow picked up. And Turnbow says, I got this. And what he got was about 20 yards.
One of the most impressive plays of the night, because when the ball's on the turf, everybody's jumping on it, knocking out of bounds and stuff. Great patience by Desert Hills.
Himalaya trying to get out of there. No, just not going to happen. And that play right there was kind of a microcosm of the whole night, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cage Baird gets a sack there. He probably had 3, maybe even 4 on the night, and Himalaya just had nowhere to go all night.
Well, let's take a quick look then. Again, maybe we can roll out some of the honors here. I tell you what, it's going to be kind of hard for me to pick a player of the game tonight because there's probably defensively 4 or 5 guys that could easily do it. Even on the offense, I thought Wilstead got going again. A couple of guys looked pretty good. Any thoughts at this point?
Yeah, for me, I think guys like Polu, Cage Baird, obviously Bronson Andrus had a great game defensively. But coming into this game, it was, okay, is Logan going to step up and lead this team as the quarterback? And he did just that. Threw for a couple touchdowns, ran one in, threw it really well all night long. So for me, I was most impressed with how he picked up the ball and really made it his offense tonight for Desert Hills.
Sometimes you try to look at the overall picture and say, okay, what was really good tonight? And my first thought was, wow, the defense was spectacular. And it was.
Yes.
Because they didn't get any points. But on the other hand, 42 points by the offense is pretty good. So I think it's a good breakout game. I think it's a good call. What do you say we go ahead with Logan Wilstead as our DATS Trucking Player of the Game here tonight?
Absolutely.
So, congratulations to him. And, again, we certainly appreciate the good folks at DATS Trucking here. All right. I'm going to say that the playmaker play of the game is that wild melee. Did it change the game? Maybe not. But there were so many good plays tonight. That one was just so wacky and so different. I think we need to remember it. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I would give it to that one. One of the most disciplined plays to have the ball bouncing around that much. One of the guys saves it from going out of bounds, flings it back to his teammates, and then picked up by Turnbow with about a centimeter from being out of bounds. Great discipline. I totally agree. Play of the game.
There you have it, and that is our playmaker play of the game. And, again, we really do appreciate all of our great sponsors, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, playmaker play of the game. And, again, I think there's several options to go with on a Jimmy John Super Sub of the game because I think there was guys subbing in a little bit different position. Obviously, a lot of guys got some playing time tonight. Any thoughts on this, Andy?
Yeah, I thought Ethan Ford got some carries tonight coming in when Andrus got banged up a little bit, scored that touchdown down here, also had a couple other good carries and some plays on special teams. He had a pretty impressive night, and I think proved something to the coaches. He's a fiery kid.
I like it. I do like that. Let's go with him then once again. Number 19, Ethan Ford. As I said, it's kind of fun to see him come in because you see him run in, and then you don't know where he is until he runs off the field again.
Yeah, you either find him when he's running off the field, he gets lost, or he pops up in the end zone with the ball. So, great game.
All right, so there you have it, and that's going to kind of wind it up for us tonight here once again at Desert Hills High School. This was a big one. I think Desert Hills, under the new coach, and yeah, you say he brings a lot of the same kind of play, but I think it was huge for him, for the team, to get a win, get them rolling in the right direction. So kudos to those guys. And again, coming up here shortly, we'll have a complete wrap-up of all the games.
Yeah, looking forward to the wrap-up show. We'll start that right after. I think we're going to go to bonus coverage for the Tooele-Dixie game right now, and then we'll have the wrap-up show right after that.
Thanks for joining us. 42-0 Desert Hills rolling here tonight with a big win now, 1-2 on the year. On behalf of Andy, I'm Mike saying thanks so much for joining us here. Stay with us on radio. More coming up with some bonus coverage, and thanks for joining us on the TV as well. Good night.